So, one thing that I've realised over the years since building this situation is the importance of language and how you feel about things and what feels really good and what doesn't. Because also, as well, you're not going to get it right all the time. And I want to talk about discounting and early birds and all of that sort of stuff. And over the years, I definitely have done that. And I probably will again, early birds, discount, an incentive to buy. I think judging by like my DMs or emails, sometimes people take a long time to come to the decision of actually making a purchase. But I wanted to throw something else in the mix today, which is, have you considered doing a beta version of what it is that you're launching? So this worked really well for me in October 2019. I knew that I needed to make a speaking course, and I don't know why I hadn't considered it before. I've been an actor for over 25 years. I've always been a paid speaker. I've got that drama school training. I help a lot of personal brands to find their voice, etc. You can go and find out more if you want to, nikkiroby.com/speak up. And I had all of these ideas and I knew what the course was going to look like, in a sense. But I knew there was more to explore. And saying the course was complete, but I'll give you a discount, didn't feel quite right because it wasn't complete. There were things that I wanted to add to, and there were things that I wanted to go a bit deeper on. So instead, I said, who wants to come and play? This is what it is. I think it was £150. 20 people came and did it. And I offered, I think, a free one-on-one session with everybody as well. Which, on the face of it, you might be like, hang about, Nikki, that seems like that's very cheap. It is very cheap, but it was so valuable. It was so good. And I'm only sharing my experience here. I'm not saying that this is what you need to do. But here's why it worked for me. I really understood who my ideal client was, what they found useful, what they told me, what I was missing, what they were struggling with, what they wanted more of, what they didn't like, and I absorbed it all. Also, after that, I had 20 testimonials. So people who had actually got a result, so had actually got to the end of the course and the experience. And I think that's really invaluable as well, because sometimes people might buy stuff on a whim because it's discounted, but never go and look at it. I'd be really interested actually when entrepreneurs go, right, today everything is £1 in my site. And yes, I know some people buy this for $9.97, but for today it's £1. Do people value that? I don't know. I'm asking the question, but it's a really interesting one. So what I wanted to do was to also give that incentive, and I added in 4 Monday night sessions. So because the course is 4 modules, we started with module 1, week 1, and then people could join in and meet each other, and people could talk about the course, etc. It was really interesting. And so maybe there's some pieces in there that could work for your course or your offering, and you could start getting the wheels in motion without putting that pressure on yourself that you have to have this complete version that's always going to be ready for the rest of your life, it's going to be sorted, etc. And also, with it being a beta version, it kind of felt like I could give myself the permission for it to be a work in progress. But equally, 20 times 150, you can do the maths. I sound like Ricky Gervais. You can do the maths. That was a really lovely piece of my income pie for that month. So sometimes bringing people into your world when it's really specific. Also, another thing I should mention, a lot of those people who did that course, I had no contact with. So I don't think they were even following me on social media. They heard about it. I mentioned it, and because the solution that I was providing was really specific, people had that urgency of like, yes, I need that. And because there were only 20 spaces as well, it just made sense. This is the thing, it's all about ease and flow. How can you do it? How can you do it in a way that's really good? And one thing on discounting as well, like, I know sometimes if I've undersold what I'm doing. I know sometimes if I get that feeling of like, yeah, it was fine, but yeah, I don't want to feel like that in my business or my brand or my life, actually, in my family. I don't want to feel, I want to feel good. And yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you today. Have you tried a beta version? Are you thinking about doing it? Have you got something that you know you want to launch or you should launch, but you haven't yet? If that's you, let me know. Book a free 15-minute session with me. I'm here. I would love to know more, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye.